Hey guys, Total Sombro here. I just wanted to say hello and do a quick update on how to play WoW Classic on controller. I know a lot of people are looking for that. You can play obviously WoW Retail on controller, but here about a month or two ago, they actually made an update where you can play Classic on controller as well. And there's a couple key differences. So with WoW on Retail, your triggers are your main like swapping your hotbars, like what you see on screen here. Whereas in Classic, you can't really adjust them on the app, but your left trigger and your left bumper will bring up your various hotbars, and you can see that I have those bound here. Some small tips that I'm going to provide to folks. If you have professions, I would put those over on a separate hotbar. This is hotbar 4, and my first three buttons here are mapped. They're like kind of swallowed up in this, which is fine, because all it's doing is taking the base UI and kind of like molding it to fit on a controller, right? But like they still function as normal hotbars. So, or like if you turn off ConsolePort, you can still play with your controller, but you lose the UI, what will show you like kind of where those buttons are. And I like having that there. It's just easier to read if you're playing on a controller like this, right? Now, you need three add-ons to set this up. You need ConsolePort, you need Immersion, and you need DynamicCam. Those three add-ons will really allow you to make a great experience playing on controller. You can play on Classic, you can play on Classic Hardcore, Wrath of the Lich King Classic, and obviously Retail using those three mods. And then your other mods that you want to use are player preference at that point. I just wanted to make this quick little update video. I can show you some quick settings here, and then I don't want to make this too long. We're going to keep this thing under 5 minutes. So here under controls, you can see I'm playing with an Xbox controller. You can see how I have everything bound here. I go to my bindings. In Classic, in Retail, I really only have target nearest enemy because I mainly play Rat Paladin. I don't play a character that like buffs other people. If you do have a character that buffs other people, go ahead and bind target nearest friend. So for me, I have target nearest friend on down on my D-pad. So I can click down on my D-pad, I can give people Blessing of Might, or I can pop my heal on them, and I can do all of that without having to switch anything, just as a utility, right? For your movement, I would recommend putting your jump on one of your. I put mine on my left stick, so I click my left stick in, my character jumps, and then my right stick is basically my select. The only other thing I recommend is under interact, I would enable interact key always. Arc allowance is in front of me. Target range, I do around 10. You can set it around there, and that basically puts a cone in front of your character so that when I walk up to someone, if they're within that cone, I click my stick and it selects that person. It just kind of works, right? That will help with you as you're going on. With some of the add-ons specifically, Immersion you don't need to change anything with. With DynamicCam, I'm sorry, you want to go to your horizontal offset here, and I would adjust it to 1.5. And the reason that I adjust it to 1.5, so I'm a little close in there, right? But you can see my crosshair there. It allows me to get this very nice over-the-shoulder effect so that my character isn't blocking where my reticle, where I would be targeting things is. So I can walk around, I can view other players, I can click other players right there. And then what I typically do, if I've selected a player and I want to do something, I'll just use my mouse. Keep a mouse and keyboard handy. You can play the entire game, like if you don't want to be sociable, if you're just like grinding or something like that, you absolutely can play with a controller, but when you're playing like this, I definitely recommend having a mouse and keyboard handy, because it's just easier to navigate bags, menus, etc. I don't want this video to go on any longer, so thank you, thank you, thank you. If this is helpful to you, or you thought this provided some extra information to you, please make sure to like this video and hit the subscribe button. The last video I made for like, hey, here's how you play controllers is literally my best performing video ever on YouTube. You guys have been fucking incredible with that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Take care, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye now.